Hello guys, how are you guys doing? So on this video, I will talk about how you can do a great presentation about your paper, about your work in a public eye, in an audience, and there is a huge audience and you're about to present your work, your article, for example. So let's go. So the first tip of all is that you need to be confident. You need to be confident enough and you need to tell yourself that this is my work, this is my paper. So I know everything. The second tip is you need to be calm. Just calm down. Don't need to be like not calm, like you're nervous or you say to yourself, well, I'm nervous, I can't present this paper, and but you're about to present it because you need to present it. For example, if you are in in a graduation, taking some courses, taking some disciplines, and the professor asks you need to present it, you are in a post graduation program. Me, for example, I am a master student in production engineering, and so I present a lot of where I present a lot. For example, do a lot of presentation. I have been a lot of presentation so far. So since the graduation, I have been doing a lot of presentations. So the first tip I already told you. The second tip, you need to be calm. You need to know your paper, and the third tip is that you need to make a great presentation. When I say about this making a great presentation, is like about creating the slides, the design of the slides, and not to write a lot on the slides. You just need to write down topics because these topics will guide you to remember what you're about to say. It's not for you to read on the slides. Slides are made not to read. So you need to make slides with only topics and not text, a lot of text. I know that there are some professors that make slides with full of text because the professors are teaching. But when you are about to present your work, when you are about to present your paperwork, you need to write down only topics and not full of texts. Do you understand me? So this is the three tips I follow. So the first one is like you need to be confident. When I say about confidence, you need to know everything about your paper because you need to tell yourself, I am the author of my paper. So I can say whatever I want. So when at the moment you're about to present, when you are presenting to the audience, and when if you forget the words, you need to improvise yourself. You understand? You need to improvise because that's your work, that's your paper. The audience doesn't know anything about it, and so that's why you need to be confident enough, knowing everything about your paper. And at the moment you're presenting it, if you forget the words, if some blank comes to your mind, you need to improvise on doing this, and because that's your work, and you should tell yourself, I know everything about my work, so I can say whatever I want to say during this. And if you forget, just improvise. And you need the second tip, you need to be calm. There is no reason for you to be nervous because by the end, it's your work, it's your paper, you wrote it, so you can present it. Do you understand? So there is no reason. Just breathe, take a deep breath, and present it. Do you understand? You can say to yourself, I will nail it because that's my work, and I will present it, and I will do a great presentation. The third tip is you need to create great slides with only topics. You shouldn't read on this on you shouldn't read the slides. It's not good for you to read the slides. The audience will be bored. Like they will be like this. They will be like, I can't believe he's reading the slides. You need to look into into the people's eyes. You understand? So that's the fourth tip, and I'm so excited to talk about this because this tip I'm sharing with you, and it's great if you're a shy or nervous a moment. Don't be in a rush. Calm down because over time you will get better and you will rock it. You understand? So one of the tips that I always follow when I am presenting some paper to an audience is that I don't read on slides. Okay, I follow these three tips. I already told you. I say to myself, I'm confident. This is my paper, and I stay calm. So when you're presented, you need to interact with the audience. Interaction is like beyond asking questions. Interaction is like when you look at the audience and you look into the people's eyes. Do you understand? When you are talking, for example, when you are talking to somebody, so you look at their face, you look into their eyes. Do you understand? So it's the same way. It works the same. Do you understand? So when you presented the paper, you have to look into the people's eyes, but be careful at this point because when you are look at to everyone at the same time, you might get lost in your words, and if you're not capable of improvise, you'll be like, oh, I don't know what to do. So you have to look. For example, there are in the audience there are 10 people, 20 people in the class, and you look first. First of all, you need to pick somebody. In most cases, the first one that is close to you, who is sitting in the front, to understand, and you look to to this person's eyes, into you look into this person's eyes while you're talking. Do you understand? And you keep presenting your paper for about 1 minute, looking into this person's eyes, but this person will be like, "What the hell? He's look at me. Why?" So that's why you need to stay only 1 minute or 2 minutes looking into his eyes while you're talking, while you're presenting your paper, and then you switch. You grab older person and to explain your paper, and so on. So you can come back again to that first person you were looking into their eyes while you were presenting. So and so on. Do you understand? So this is a great tip. So when while you're presenting, you need to interact with the audience. You need to look into the people's eyes, and you need to be confident enough and not to be look like scared. Do you understand? If you have some time while you're making your slides, you can you can practice it. Do you understand? Before presenting your paper, you go to your room in your house and you do a presentation to yourself, looking into the mirror. Do you understand? With the slides on. Because if you because doing this you get confident, you will get confidence, and you'll be confidence enough. Sometimes I do this when I'm not feeling lazy, but the past my last presentation, the two last presentations, I didn't practice because I was like feeling lazy. I was like, no, I can't do this. I will not practice it. I'm feeling lazy because, and I told myself, I know everything about my paper and I already did the slides, so I can present this tomorrow. And so I presented that day, you understand, and I did a great presentation because I believe in myself. I am confident enough, and you should. believe in yourself. You should be confident. You tell yourself that I am confident enough. I am the author of my paper, so I can present it and I will stay calm and I will do a great job. So, guys, that's it. This video was about making a presentation in a public to an audience, and how you can behave and how you can present it and how you can prepare it. Okay, bye.